Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Evan and this is Sense or Sense, and today I'm bringing you a long-awaited update on my M2 CS. So I recently took a road trip to New Mexico and I found some things that I really like about the car and I really dislike about the car, and I thought I would share some of those today with you as I am going to get in the car and do a cold startup inside the car, which I have never done before. I don't think so for a video. So let me grab a seat here in the car. Go ahead and do a cold startup for you. All right, so now we're inside the car. I'm gonna do a cold startup on 2020 F87 M2 CS. Here we go. Now, as you can see there on my actual dash that I drove 1,553 miles on this road trip. And one of the things I really love about this car is the fact that you can see right there, I averaged 25.9 miles per gallon on the road trip with about 300 miles of mountain driving and a lot of highway driving, obviously, to go from Dallas to northern New Mexico. But it was pretty astonishing that we were getting that much. At certain times, I had a buddy with me, certain times we were getting as much as 28 miles per gallon. So I thought that was pretty phenomenal for a car of this magnitude. Most, high-end sports cars just don't get that much when you combine it with very spirited driving in the mountains. So the other thing I really liked about the car is it was really, really comfortable. These seats that BMW has with the interior section cut out are really, really comfortable. They allow for air to go through, and ultimately it's one of the nicest seats I've sat in a standard car in a long time. One of the other things that I really loved about the car is that it had zero issues throughout the entire trip. I found it to be not only comfortable but sporty when I wanted to be, but it didn't give me any issues. It didn't stumble at all, going from low elevation to all the way up to almost 10,000 feet at the highest point. And all of these things were big bonuses. I was actually surprised at how well it behaved on such a long road trip. Sometimes sports cars, they're really great to take around town. They're really great to go out on a weekend getaway. But when you start going long distances over long periods of time, they start getting uncomfortable. They don't perform as well for whatever reason. I had no issues at all. And, driving the manual transmission was just nothing but a pleasure. So I can honestly say that this is one of the best cars that I've ever owned. It's right up there with the original E46 that I owned back in the day. I've owned a 2002, an E46 3 Series. I've owned many other M cars, but overall this car has been great, and I haven't had anything really to complain about. I'm at 8,673 miles, and which is low mileage for my 2020, but ultimately it's my third vehicle, and I don't drive it a whole lot unless I'm doing road trips or fun outings with friends. And I have been able to pretty much not put any money into the car at all because BMW covered the first 3 years of maintenance and service. I had to pay for the last oil change and some other little minor things. But one of the other things that I did find that was annoying about the car is it does have relatively low clearance on the front with the carbon fiber splitter, and it works. I mean, it looks beautiful, don't get me wrong, and it is high enough that you can go over regular bumps, but it's when you try to take certain angles, it becomes an issue. You know, these are the things that Porsche thinks about with the front axle lift. I wish BMW either offered a front axle lift or they offered an alternative front bumper, front lip that was plastic, so that you could take off your carbon fiber one for long road trips and put on the plastic one, or just leave it off altogether, I guess, is another option. But you know, I've gotten one pretty good scrape underneath the undercarriage of it. I did have it PPF'd, so it's pretty well protected, but on the underside of it, it got a little bit of a scrape, you know, which I think is to be expected. But Porsche seems to think about these things, and they offer a very inexpensive, for a GT3 category vehicle, you know, a very inexpensive front lip, whereas BMW doesn't offer that. They only offer a multiple $1,000 carbon lip to replace it, and they're actually difficult to find because this car is so rare. So other than that, I really don't have much else to complain about. It has been a fantastically good car to own. It's held its value really well, which I found to be what I expected. And now that the new G87 M2 CS has been announced and only automatic, I'm hoping that this will hold its value even more. So I plan on keeping this for quite some time, but in the meantime, I will provide some other updates about it. You know, in the comments below, leave me a comment and say if you want, tell me anything that you want me to talk about with regards to the car. I haven't done any mods to it. I don't plan on doing any mods to it. I think it's one of those cars that's special enough without any modifications to it, so I don't plan on doing anything to it. I do really love, to this day, this center console with Alcantara. It's, you know, all carbon fiber. It's bespoke to this car. I do love the accents, the CS and the Alcantara. The Alcantara steering wheel has been holding up really well. Even on the road trip, it hasn't shown any signs of real wear and tear. And so that's what I wanted to bring you guys today. Thanks for tuning in. I know this was a bit of a rambling video, but I wanted to give a bit of a cold startup from the inside and give some updates on the car I haven't given in a long time. And I hope to hear from you in the comments. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Until next time, bye.